Hello, and a very happy holiday to you this December 24th. I am Stacey the Black Feather Intuitive. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I do weekly Dream Team readings. And ta-da, here we are. If you are a celebrator of Christmas, happy Christmas Eve. We got a big week coming up. Of course, we've got the holiday if you are a celebrator of Christmas. If you're not a celebrator of Christmas, maybe you have a few days of peace and quiet. Ramen and pastaluya to ya. That's fantastic. I myself am doing the same thing this year, just taking it nice and easy, taking it chill. So let's see what our dream teams have to say about, I feel like specifically about this holiday time. Oftentimes this can be rough for people. Lots of expectation out there. Lots of hustle and bustle. Sometimes people feel really, really alone at this time because there is a lot of expectation to, spend it with family, spend it with friends, have things to do, things to give, that type of thing. So let's see what our dream teams have to say about what we can focus on this week as being, I guess, our purpose, where we want to go, how we want to experience this week. And I'm definitely feeling the Shadowscapes deck for this. All right, Dream Team, our Divine Dream Teams, Archangels, Ascended Masters, Highest Guides, Creature Teachers, Elementals, Loved Ones, and Spirit. Come on in and give us the messages that we need to empower us to live our best lives. Let's see what we pulled. Oh, love it. This month we've been getting a lot of cups. Queen of Cups. Queens are all about managers or organizers. Cups is about emotional energy. So how are you going to manage and organize your emotional state? For me, I know oftentimes when I'm going into something that is a little bit stressful for me, I have to kind of psych myself up. You would never know it to see me the way that you do. I am really pretty introverted. I call myself an extroverted introvert, but in general, I really am an introvert. And when it comes to, sort of putting myself out there in a public setting or in crowds or, families and whatnot, I really have to mentally and emotionally psych myself up for it. I end up having a good time. It's not that I don't want to go. It's more like I have to do sort of a prep and sort of talk myself up like the coach, before the game. And I'm feeling like this example, this analogy, really goes along with what our dream team is trying to tell us this week. Set yourself up for success. If you know what you're going into beforehand, rather than just going in and saying, oh, it's probably going to be this, or it's probably going to be that, and it's this every year. Take charge. You have the ability to manage your emotions and manage your emotional state. You can organize things in advance to the best of your ability. Sometimes, shit just happens. It's out of your control and you have to just sort of roll with it. But there are a lot of steps that you can take on an emotional level to prepare yourself for what you're about to step into. You might be just stepping into fun and amazing and wonderful, and holidays are chipper and your family gets along really well. You could be walking into, normally that's the case, and something weird happens this year. You could be walking into, oh my God, I just don't want to have to see my family this year. And if that's the case, maybe you're going to manage and organize a way for you to not do that this year and to do something else. So how are you going to manage how you're feeling emotionally? Setting yourself up for success, for whatever it happens to be stepping into this week. Love that. Oh, also, I want to talk a little bit about the turtle. I just noticed that as I put the card down. Turtles, very prehistoric creatures. They've been around for freaking ever. In fact, I think they might even be descendants of the dinosaurs. What is it about them? They take their homes with them. So home is where the heart is. The turtle is the perfect example of how that saying can work for us. You don't have to do anything, go anywhere, be in a specific place to be at home with yourself, to create that homey feeling, that loving feeling, that safety, that security, the environment that is your home. So keep that in mind. Some of you, I feel like the message for you this month, or this week, not this month, this week in particular, is bring your home with you wherever you go. And that really talks about getting centered and grounded within. It's not without. No matter what else is going on around you, being centered and grounded from within. Knowing that your home, your safe space, is always with you wherever you go. Love that message. Thank you, Dream Team. And I'm going to do Kyle Gray's Angels and Ancestors deck again because it's green. So it's a holiday celebration color. I thought that was very appropriate. And I like the owl and the compass. It kind of makes me think of Harry Potter. And not that Harry Potter is Christmas at all, but sometimes I think about it in a Christmassy way. All right, they're really making me work for this one. There we go. Okay. Autumn. So the energy of autumn. Release the old and rest. This has been a theme for most of us, for many of us this year. And how fitting on the second to last week. Actually, this is the last week of December. To really take advantage of this time and release what is no longer serving us. Take the time to rest. Many companies close down during this week. So, perhaps you're on vacation and you do have that time to rest and relax. I know our family tends to fill up that time running around to, relatives in other cities and, making time with friends and family. And there's very little time within there to rest. You're so busy fitting everything in and fitting everyone in that you really almost need a vacation after this week, a vacation after the vacation. So the message here is, what can you release? Take stock of the year that you've had. And like even just a little mini review and say, okay, what worked? What didn't? What am I still hanging on to that maybe isn't going to serve me moving forward? Give some thought to that and do some releasing. And definitely rest. It's all about, holidays and vacations are all about maybe even catching up on sleep or just taking the time to rest and be with the people that you love. Sitting and not doing anything, just being. That is something that we humans really struggle with. We're taught, we're trained, we're programmed to do. And that's not necessarily what our dream team wants us to do this week. This week, it's important for us to rest. How can you include rest in your schedule? And in terms of the Queen of Cups, when we talk about being a manager of your emotional energy, how does releasing the old and resting fit in? Well, it makes perfect sense. Release sometimes we hang on to fears. Sometimes we hang on to resentments, old grudges. Sometimes we're so afraid of letting go of traditions. And we do a tradition, we don't know why we do it, we just always done it that way. But maybe it's lost its feeling, maybe it's lost its heart or its emotion around it. Maybe you don't know why you guys do that anymore and you just don't want to do it. That's okay. Time to release the old, release what isn't working, and bring in the new. And take the time to rest, because oftentimes emotional work is tiring. So take the time to rest and rejuvenate. I love how our dream teams talk to us. This is like the perfect thing for this week. Absolutely the perfect thing. All right, I'm gonna dive deep. Yeah, this one feels good. Angelic spirit. What I'm getting right off the bat is our angels they're with us every day. They're with us 24/7. They're especially with us this week. Because a lot of times people are focusing more on the hustle and bustle. They're in the thick of things. Sometimes there are religious considerations, people going to church. So angels and God and source are definitely more on people's minds, or we hope that that's the case, is that you're really in the holiday for the right reasons. The right reasons being not material, being more about being in gratitude and creating those memories and enjoying the people that you're with, and giving, sharing. And sharing of yourself is very angelic. It's very angel-like. When you share what you have to offer, share what you learned this year about yourself, about others. Share the experiences that you had. Talk. We're all about, well, it's not we, but society is all about how much you have. What are you going to give? You know, here's the budget. It's money, 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 money. Purchase, 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 purchase. That's not what it's about. The value is in what we can give to one another based on who we are and the experiences that we've had. So how can you pull out your angelic spirit this week with your family and friends? How can you pull out your angelic spirit with coworkers? Because perhaps you're not lucky enough for the company to shut down this week and you've got to work through the holidays. How can you bring on your angel game and make that work for you? What can you share of yourself? And in terms of the angelic spirit with releasing the old and the Queen of Cups, I mean, it's a really, really good fit. Oftentimes when we're doing emotional work and we are releasing the old, sometimes it doesn't feel so good. Sometimes we need to ask for help, asking for help from our divine dream teams. And the angels are here. They want to help us. That's their sole purpose. We have free will. So they can't just step in and do something unless we're in extreme, extreme danger. They're not going to step in. We have to ask. So ask. Ask how you can step into your angelic side, and your angels will show you how. Thanks so much for tuning in this week to your weekly Dream Team reading. They always come through with very interesting messages. Be safe this holiday season. If I can be of service, check out my website, theblackfeatherintuitive.com. Check out my Facebook page, The Black Feather Intuitive. I also would like to share a service that I'm offering. It's time sensitive. It's only until January 31st. It's a great way to tune into your year. It's called Your Year in Preview. A great way to tune into your year and see what's coming up for you, so that you can be prepared. You have options and you can better prepare your choices, and you have a really good direction on where you'd like to go this year. What are your goals? How do you get there? What's going to come up month to month to month that you need to be aware of or prepared for? How is what's going to come for you this year throughout the months going to assist you in getting you where you want to be? So check that out if you're interested. Again, it's only offered until January 31st. It's only $100 for an hour. Your Year in Preview. If it's something you'd like to do, I'd love to be of service. Take care. Happy holidays, guys. See you soon.